Yo, Closet, what's up? Figured I'd just hop on here for a few minutes before MN starts his up. But I think he's going at 12 o'clock his time, so that's like, what, an hour from now? John, what's going on? Is it warm in Texas? Janine, how you doing, sweetie? Latoya, what's happening? It's a warm one today. Yeah, it's almost too warm to walk out of this house to jump in the swimming pool. And that sounds asinine, but it really is. 111 heat index. That's crazy. Yeah, we've had so many unaccounted for rainstorms here that I haven't been able to do a fire chat because everything keeps getting soaked. But all it does is we get all that rain dumped and then the extreme heat, and my grass is growing like wildflower. I just mowed the other night and I need to mow it again down by the fire ring. But I don't think I'm going to start mowing until about 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight. Even if I decide to mow tonight, I don't know yet. The truck is down, so it's keeping you inside. Well, that's a good place to be. Inside where the air conditioning's at. Yeah. Closet, I was so in love yesterday when I got to ride that motorcycle. I really, really wish I could have got it out on the highway to kick her into sixth gear. Totally, totally, totally different feel than my Honda, let me tell you. But I mean, it was all good. It was just different. It was weird having floorboards, and my short little hobbit legs couldn't reach the kickstand, so the dealer had to kick it up for me. If I bought that motorcycle, I would have to put a extension on the kickstand, just because the bike is that much wider than my Honda. I was laughing, he was laughing, my brother-in-law was laughing at me because I couldn't reach the kickstand. Yeah, floorboards were definitely a different feel. It's almost like I had to look for a second to see where the shifter was at instead of knowing that it was directly above my toe. So yeah, it was definitely a different feel. Scratcher Scotty, what's going on, buddy? But as far as the power difference, and it's like when I shifted out of first into second gear and I just went to give it a little gas, I scared myself because the torque actually threw me back on the bike. And I was like, holy crap. But the thing, for being such a large bike, it balanced so well as I was driving it. And I mean, it was a freaking big parking lot. I got it up into third gear, without dogging it or anything. But, oh, I'm telling you what, that was just a sweet ride. So if you would hurry up, please, and hit your claimer and buy. Well, that's what you got to do, Closet. Sometime go to your local dealer, schedule a test drive on the bike that you want. I'm sure they would let you. And it's just something totally different, a totally different feel. And it is awesome. Itchy Richie, what's going on? We just got a quick chat rolling here before MN will go live to do his giveaway on his gazillion-dollar books that he bought. Yeah, those are a Can-Am scratching the itch. A friend of mine's got one of those, a smaller one, and it looks like it'd be pretty cool. It would almost be the route to go, even for me, to get something like that for my cruising, traveling, to take out west and hit the west coast down into San Diego and what have you. Just because you're going to be on the motorcycle for so long, just for fatigue or what have you. But definitely want to get that big bike. Yeah, we just talked about mowing. I don't want to mow. It's too hot to mow. Motorcycles aren't for everybody, that's for sure, but those who have ridden motorcycles and love it, they would probably be riders for the rest of their lives. Just like Closet, Closet will be like 87 years old and still riding a motorcycle. Claimer, jackpot, whatever it takes, girlfriend. I don't mind. However you get it done, just get it done, okay? Yeah, that's right, Scotty. Get her done, buddy. And it was really amazing, Closet, when I sat on that dark horse. The seat height is practically the same as mine, my Honda, but because the bike's a little bit wider is why I couldn't reach that kickstand. But the service guy was there when I was taking my test ride, and he told me that they can lower that down an inch, and then, of course, put the kickstand extender on there. So I don't think I'd have a bit of trouble. That's not Garfield, that's Tigger. Oh, it definitely does, because if you hop on a motorcycle and your legs are spread wider, it brings your distance up. But I was still fairly flat foot, just not like I am on my Honda. It just made a difference. But I tell you what, when I was releasing that clutch on the very first pull out, I'm telling you, I was like, oh my gosh, this was awesome. YouTube watchers in the house, what's going on, homie? There's Leo in the window. He's chilling. And Callie's in the tube. Cats have it rough. All they do is sleep. Sleep, play, and fill up the litter box. I was going to do this live stream out from the swimming pool, but right now I can even feel my phone's getting hot, and I've been in the house all day. So it must be something to do with live streaming on YouTube that heats up this phone battery. YouTube watcher, I sent Scratching Wizard a text this morning, asked him if he was going live with Wizard for Coffee, and he said, sorry, not today. And I said, okay. So he didn't go into any detail, but I did contact him this morning. Oh, Closet, the dark horse that had that fairing on it. I mean, if I'm going to pull the trigger on a $22,000 dark horse that's got the saddlebags, I might as well throw another $5,000 and get that dark horse that's got the full fairing, because it's got the GPS on it and it's got a power windshield. So you can have a windshield or you can't have a windshield. It raises and lowers. It's got all the stinking bells and whistles on it. I mean, it's just flat out an immaculate bomb. I believe it was either, for anybody listening who want to know what we're talking about, it's an Indian motorcycle, and if you Google search images, Chief Indian Dark Horse, or the Indian Chief Dark Horse, or Chieftain Dark Horse, you'll see what I'm talking about. But the one that I test drove yesterday was the Indian Springfield Dark Horse, and I mean it was just awesome. Well, I've already told Mrs. Surfa I'm not buying a new truck now. I'm going to drive my red truck until the wheels fall off of it, and I'm going to take that payment and buy that bike in the next year or so. The heck with it. If I can afford a truck payment, I can afford that bike payment, and I'll just keep my old truck. Seriously. It's like I really just wanted to bring that bike home and just start riding the highways. Yeah, I'd never go the Harley route, Scotty. Never would I buy a Harley. Not that I don't like them, but when you compare an Indian to a Harley, in my opinion, that's the way I'll go. For all you Harley riders out there, I'm not knocking your motorcycles. You take your toolbox with you and fix it a lot, but nope. Oh, believe me, Itchy Rich, if I wanted a Powerball, I would have every make and model Indian motorcycle in my motorcycle garage, and I would have one for every day of the week, and 2 on Sunday. Every color, you name it, I would have it. I'll be right back. I got to give you guys the ceiling fan action. There you go. Hang on. All right. What's happening? It was funny. Oh, it's probably been a month now since I went on a ride with my friends. They all had Harleys, and there was me on my little Honda Shadow Phantom 750, and they pulled off so they could smoke their cigarette. When we went to take back off, my one buddy's Harley wouldn't start. The charging system broke down on it. So so they took the battery out of my one buddy's Harley. It was the same bike. Put in his Harley to start it. And once they got it started, he took off, and we had to go back to I don't know what it was, like a town TSC, town Tractor Supply. They had a battery charger. We charged up, jump started my other buddy's bike, and they took off. The one guy had to go back to take the charger. They left me stranded out in the middle of nowhere. So here I am, just tooling along on this country road in the southern Ohio. And when it finally come to a stop sign, I recognized the highway and I knew which way to go from there. Otherwise, I was going to have to pull my phone out and say, all right, where the heck's home at? Kathleen Elliott, how you doing? I just saw you over at Mrs. Green Thumbs. Thanks for stopping in. Mrs. Green Thumb was live chatting, and I was over there chatting with them. And Kathleen was in there. So, Kathleen, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I wasn't really mad at them, Closet, because I knew they had to get their bikes back to town. All I knew is if I continued on the route that they were going, that I was going to run into a highway that I recognized. And then by the time I got it back into Ashland County, the county that I live in, when I pulled into the gas station because I was hungry, there was a Subway there. When I pulled into that gas station, that's how far, they wasn't really that far ahead of me just by miles. But as I was pulling into the gas station, they had just filled up their motorcycle to get back in. And they said they was going to go back into his house. And I was like, nope, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat a sandwich. So, but yeah, it was fun. Closet, I didn't care. My whole ride was like that. Those suckers would hit those curves and take off, and I would slow down into the curves, and I could never catch up. So I was pretty much on my own ride the whole day. And if they made a turn off of a different highway, they would stop and wait on me. And I told them, I said, go on, guys, go on. I said, I'm not going to kill myself trying to catch up. You guys enjoy your ride. I'm going to enjoy my ride, enjoy the scenery. And it was a very enjoyable day. I didn't have to be riding right beside him to enjoy myself. I just thought I thought it was funny that his Harley broke down. and they had to take off to get home. And I was like, see you suckers. And in all reality, I wasn't that far out of Ashland County, the county that I live in. But it was still funny. Harley breaking down, an old Honda Reliable just fired right up. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know there's going to be a day, I'm sure, that the Honda will break down, but very rare. So I'm going to try. Oh, I understand, Closet. I know. Explosive Phoenix, how you doing? Scotty, the beard is not hot. Believe it or not, I thought it would be. But actually what it does is it captures the cool air thermals in the air. And it's like an air conditioning, so it all goes up to my face and cools me down. Why couldn't I finish that story without busting up laughing? Seriously though, Scotty, no, it's not hot, but it definitely doesn't capture the cool air thermals. YouTube watcher, I know, right? That's how I roll, brother. That's how I roll. All right, I'm going to try to fire up a hotspot here. So if I lag for a minute, I will be right back, guys. But I got to fire up a hotspot here. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I had to fire up a hotspot. Yeah, I have it down to a science, Janine. Yeah, once in a while, Explosive Phoenix, I get the chuckles and I can't stop. Coffee with Surf and coffee with him. Well, my coffee's done. I did have some coffee. I was waiting for the wizard to go live this morning, but he didn't go live, so I had to sit here and just watch YouTube myself. But let me see if I can show you guys. So I can show you guys the motorcycle I got to ride yesterday. It was pretty sweet. Let me see. Let me see. How can we do this? Not working. You don't want to be in Ohio right now, Water and Scratcher. It's like hotter than hot. Yeah, I wouldn't walk to the store either. Uh-oh. Let me see. Let me see. What would that be? Having difficulties here. Let me try again. You guys just chat amongst yourselves here while I'm trying to figure something out. I've never been the sharpest French fry Happy Meal component ever. Let's see what it is. Well, that's just crazy. Kathleen, thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate that. Sorry I was not yakking that much the last few minutes you were in here. I was actually trying to get my old phone to log into Facebook so I could show you guys the motorcycle I was riding yesterday, but for some reason, my CRS cannot remember my password to get into Facebook. So, it's kicked me out. And now I got to enter some 6-digit code to get back in. And I don't have a 6-digit code. So we're all good. YouTube watcher, I have not ridden the Spider. I want to try one sometime. And the place where I was riding that Indian yesterday, all I'd have to do is go up there and ask him if I could drive one in his parking lot, and they would let you. You know, provided you had your motorcycle endorsement. Oh, I think I'm getting somewhere. I think I might be getting somewhere. I might be getting somewhere. Here we go. Bingo. Now, if I can get the pictures to load up. Here we go. All right. Here's the bike I was on yesterday, guys. That is an Indian Springfield Dark Horse. And when I asked him if I could take one for a test drive, there it was sitting on the showroom floor before I rode it. So they took it right off the showroom floor and let me ride it. Yeah, YouTube watcher, it was very pricey. It has a $22,000 price tag on it. But it is one mean machine. I was in seventh heaven when they let me drive that sucker around in the parking lot. But guys, seriously, you see where the kickstand's at right there? My short little hobbit leg sitting on the seat, standing up. I could not get the toe of my boot to grab that kickstand, and they was all laughing at me. Janine, they got another motorcycle like this. It's got a full fairing on the front. That already has the passenger seat on it. But I can buy different seats for this and put on this one. If that was the bike I bought, I can just put a different seat on it for Mrs. Surf. But as is, there's no passengers on this one, but a different seat. They have them there at the dealership. Yeah, it's only 3% of the doctor bills that it would make, YouTube watcher. You're right. You're right. But yeah, I would just seriously love to have that sucker. Look, it's even got the little Indian on the fender. Yeah, that's right, Closet. But there he is. There's the short little hobbit sitting on a great big old motorcycle. YouTube watcher, I don't think I would be wearing black riding that. I found a riding jacket at that store that has some neon yellow on it and some reflectors because I want everybody to see me coming. I mean, I think I'll even get a helmet that's got a flashing unit on top so the people see me, because the more people see you, the safer it is to ride. See if I can't find a picture of the other one, and I will get it transferred over to this phone somehow. Let me see here. If I buffer again, hold on. Don't go anywhere if it buffers. All right, I'm back. Now let's see if this loaded up. We shall see. Here it is. All right, so here's the same motorcycle with the full fairing, and then it has the different seat where a passenger would ride. And that's the Chieftain Dark Horse. Exact same motorcycle that I rode, but the full fairing, and it's got GPS on it, and it's got radio, and it's got all the bells and whistles, and the windshield is actually a power windshield. You press a button and that windshield comes up out of the fairing. Yeah, Closet's a sneaky stealther, sneaker upper on her. But yeah, I would definitely love to have that bike right there. but I would not take the other one. So, and then the orangish reddish looking one right beside it, that's a Chieftain Classic. But the difference is the Dark Horse, because the paint job is flat black. So they got flat black, and you got a flat white. They have a flat bronze. The bronze one was really sharp looking too, but I would stick with the black one. So I get to check off my bucket list for now. What it's like to ride a full-size heavy bike, and it really makes me want one. So, A, in a couple of years, or B, when Closet hurries up and hits her jackpot claimer and she buys me one. Till, let's see, Tigger taking a nap there. Leo's taking a nap there. Callie is in the tube taking a nap there. I should be taking a nap myself. What? Wait. Girls ride motorcycles, Closet Scratcher? Really? BG, what's going on? Yep, you're here, buddy. You're here. So yesterday, while I was up in the neighborhood of my, it's not my eye doctor, but the place that I bought my eyeglasses, my Prism sticker kept peeling off of my glasses again. So I went in to have them order another Prism sticker. And she just asked me if it would be okay for her to send the whole pair back, because they're going to replace the lenses in them because the glasses are under warranty. And then replace the sticker. I'm like, sure, how long? She goes, about a week. So for a whole week now, I have to wear my cheaters again, my old man cheaters. But when I have these on, I can read the phone, but if I look away, I got to take them off. So now, it's going to be a pain in the butt for a week, because I'm not going to carry these with me everywhere I go. So if I get a text, I'm really going to struggle to see what's on my phone. Well, yeah, they're my old man glasses. I got old man eyes. I can't see. I can't see. I got double vision. I'm just falling apart. Yeah, YouTube watcher. They're not staring at the bike, are they? I mean, if you've not seen the Closet Scratcher on her motorcycle, she's going to be on the cover of Biker Babe magazine, next edition. BG, it was 83 an hour ago, but it's climbing, so I'm sure right now it's probably 86, just to guess. I don't know. I haven't been outside yet. I'm too scared to open up the door and get smacked in the face with that heat. Janine, I got bifocals on those glasses that I'm having fixed, sent back. The problem is, and why I took them back, is the Prism sticker that's on the right lens kept bubbling up and pulling away from the glasses. So when I would look down to read, to use my bifocals, it was a total blur in my right eye, and it was causing me headaches. So I just decided to get it fixed. Hey, Andre, what's going on? 87 and feels like 100. Ms. Lee Love, how you doing, sweetheart? $88. 109 heat index. I know, Scotty, that's going to be hot. Getting old really sucks, Andre. You'll figure it out one day, my friend. And when you get there, you'll be like, oh, this is what Surfy was talking about. You're near the top of the hill at 35. You're still a pup, Andre. You're still a pup. Yeah. Itchy Richie's still a pup. I know, right, Janine? They're all just babies in here. When do they really get old? 48, heck, I'm 87 years old, dude. I'm like 87 going on 98, man. Janine, we all know you're not a day over 29. You don't have to fib to us. Happy birthday, July 9th, Scotty. Ah, to be 47 again. I know Scotty's watching this and just sitting there laughing his butt off at me. Big Rob, what's going on? Oh, Flip Leah's around. She's only 4. MN should be going live here in about 40 minutes. It'll be 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Minnesota time. I think that's right. I don't know if it's his private bingo or not, Andre. I think he's going live for the giveaway for his 2-week video series on the books he just did. The series that he spent $1.5 million in Minnesota lottery tickets, and this is what he won. I don't think those books were very good to MN the last 2 weeks. You got a claimer, Ms. Leah Love. What kind of claimer did you get? All 87-year-olds don't need the Cane's explosive Phoenix. That's stereotyping old people. Yeah, Ms. Leah Love. That wasn't very nice. I was really thinking that, you might have got a claimer and that you was just being cool, calm, and collective about it. Cane sword would be cool to have. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Janine. A cobra head on your cane sword? Oh, MS. Well, that's a whole different story, Janine. That's a whole different story. Yep. You're still walking, so that does what count. Oh, you got a Conan sword? That'd be cool. That's how bad my CRS is kicking in. Big Rob, did I acknowledge you when you come in, twin? Or was I in the middle of conversation? If I didn't, I didn't mean to ignore you. I never did. I probably was in mid-thought. Yeah, he'll be going live at 12. So that's like 35 minutes from now. Yeah, the joke sounded funny in your head. I don't think I ever watched Highlander all the way through, just bits and pieces of it. More so of probably just clips. It does. It looks like it would be awesome out there until you open up the door and get out of the air conditioning and you get smacked in the face with a 2x4 from the heat. Have I heard anything, Andre? Nothing. I have not heard anything. I'm assuming that YouTube would send me an email stating that I qualified. But I would more than likely guess that you guys are going to watch one of my videos someday and see an ad and let me know that ads are playing on my videos. I have no idea. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about, YouTube watcher, Christopher Lambert. I remember his picture in the clips. Well, no emails yet, Andre. No emails yet. They probably not. They're probably gonna wait a while on my channel now because the other day, get this, everybody, it's watching and listening. The other day, I was streaming live with you guys. It was the day that my phone was overheating, so I went in my bedroom and leaned my phone against the vent so the air conditioning, cold air could cool my phone down. And I got a spam call in, and it rang. My phone ringtone is the theme from Sanford & Son. So it rang for 25, 30 seconds playing the theme song from Sanford & Son. And then I got an email later on that day with a strike warning, but it wasn't a strike, it was the thing before the strike. It was a claim warning that I was playing copyrighted material on my live stream just because my ringtone was Sanford & Son. Hey Becky, how you doing, sweetie? No, I'm not worried about it, Andrea. It's just I'm assuming that that's going to put a damper on things because my phone rang while I'm streaming. So evidently, I guess when I'm streaming and my phone rings, I better shut that sucker off ASAP, or I'm going to get another copyright warning. But I deleted that live stream. I totally got rid of it. Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, any of my live streams, there's no need for me to leave them up because all it is just a bunch of jibber jabber anyway. I just thought it was really funny as heck that a ringtone of a show would get you copyrighted. That's just wild. And it's like, how in the world did they know that so fast? Unless they have bots. YouTube has computer programs or apps or bots that are scanning every video uploaded all the time. I just don't get it. Oh, it's all done by computers? Yeah, well, that's stupid. How can all these other channels do their stuff and have music playing in the background and they're not getting, their channels taken down? Yeah, the CEO watches Surf's live streams. Whatever. An outside algorithm. If I understood what that meant, I would say okay, but I'll just leave it at that. It's computer stuff and go from there. So what you're saying, Andre? We don't want to sit on here and say YouTube sucks because they can hear us saying that. Well, I guess we can't say that anymore. Oh, freedom of speech, so we can say that. Just not music. Well, how do other channels play copyrighted music and get away with it? And if it's already on YouTube and you're playing a song on YouTube and it gets recorded, Why is it still copyrighted if it's already on YouTube? Is what I want to know. Oh, is that what it is? I was just curious. Oh, somewhere in the creator studio, yeah. Explosive Phoenix, Closet wasn't in here when I said that. You don't have to tell on me. Sheesh. Yeah. Well, I don't dabble too much in YouTube Creator Studio to know about it, but I'm sure they wouldn't have any songs that I'd want to upload or listen to. Probably all elevator music. Going to work is overrated. Yeah, the day you surf edits a video. I definitely would have to sit down side by side with somebody and go through it step by step, video the process step by step so I could rewind it and watch it again when I go to attempt to do it myself. Yeah, YouTube watcher, that's just whacked right there. If you're live streaming a video game that you're playing and there's music on that video game, seriously? Oh, I'm sure it'll pay the bills, Andre. I will definitely get into it when the day comes. It was a claim. The email said claim, not a strike. Yeah, YouTube pays just for the tickets. So hopefully I get there someday, brother. Hopefully I get there someday. The first thing I do, as soon as I accumulate $30 from YouTube, I'm going to go out and buy a $30 ticket and designate it to Scratch and Surf. Yeah, well, they're not getting anything from it, Andre, because I deleted the doggone video. It played Sanford and Son for 30 freaking seconds. And I get an email about that. So I said, screw it. I deleted that video, that live stream. Wait a minute, Closet. What would be any different? and just for the record, Closet. Just for the record, diets are for fat people. We just choose to eat healthier. We're not fat. We just choosing to eat healthier. Yeah, Andre, she blurts it out like, "Hey, I'm going on a diet Monday, so I might be a grumpy bitch." And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute now. This isn't a news flash. That's right, YouTube watcher. Janine, you make your own iced coffee? How do you make your iced coffee? I need a good recipe to make here at home. I've been trying to copycat McDonald's iced coffee and I just can't get it done. Well, that sounds a little bit better, Closet. But why you want to wait and start on Monday? Why don't you start now? Cut your carbs out starting now. I mean, it's a given fact. I proved it to myself. I thought I could never do it. But you can lose fat and inches by eliminating bread, sugar, and any processed food. Meaning if it's in a box, the center aisles of a grocery store, then you don't want to eat that stuff. If you stick to everything natural, like it's on the earth, we're talking meat and vegetables, you can lose weight and inches. I did it one summer and dropped 37, almost 40 pounds. But you can't cave in and eat bread and pasta and sugar and all that bad stuff. One cup of coffee to 8 cups of water. Ms. Leah, the diet that I was actually following was more of paleo than keto. And it was what they called the Wild Diet, and you can Google that book, The Wild Diet. But it really worked for me. Yeah, I hear you, Scotty. I hear you. Janine, I'll try that. But I need the chocolate syrup and the caramel syrup along with the creamer in my iced coffee. See, if I went back on the wild diet, the paleo / keto carb free diet, I wouldn't be able to drink any iced coffees, and I would probably be a grumpy old bastard if the closet is going to be a grumpy old bitch. Well, Leah, sweetie, trying every diet out there that's not working, and no offense, because I'm guilty of it. I've tried every diet there is out there. But if you don't stick with it, then yes, it's not going to work. If I would have stuck with my paleo wild diet, I would not be back up at 250 pounds. But because I have no willpower whatsoever, which means that I loves pizza and donuts and cookies, the paleo diet was not working for me. Oh, get a caramel mocha creamer? I'll have to look for that. Yeah, well, there is no moderation for me, Closet. If there's cookies in the house, I'm eating the whole damn pack. You think, Explosive Phoenix? You really think? We didn't have to think too long and hard on that one now, did we? It really will, Leah. It really will. And the thing about it was, I was eating, I was eating a large amounts of food. I was eating a lot of steak and pork chops or chicken, along with the vegetables and what have you. I mean, right before I would go to bed, I would make like a 3, 4, 5 egg omelet, and I'd put egg on it and shredded cheese and salsa, and it was all good, you know. The only thing I was lacking was the sweets, and there are keto-friendly sweets out there that you can make. Just ask DS Scratchers. Chris knows all about it. But if I can't buy it, then I'm not going to eat it because I don't like to take the time to mess around and try to fix that kind of stuff. Oh, for the iced coffees, try the different creamers from the gas stations, Janine. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. There's just something about going into McDonald's and getting a large caramel mocha iced coffee that I just can't get away from. And you're almost talking me into going and getting my shoes and my wallet and my keys and driving in there and getting me one right now because I'm dying. I'm a dying. And that way I'll be all set for MN's live stream if I have my large caramel mocha iced coffee. The first diet mistake going to McDonald's. YouTube watcher, this is no lie. But I actually did this when I was on that wild diet, just eating meats and vegetables. As I went in there and I ordered Big Macs and ate everything off of the Big Mac and threw the bread away. And it really didn't affect my weight gain or loss. Or I could get a quarter pounder with cheese and throw the bread away. I mean, it's really, you have to condition and train yourself just to leave the bread and the carbs alone. Janine, you got to get caramel mocha. You got to add the chocolate in with the caramel. It's the bomb. In my village, you're funny, Andre. My village contains 50,000 plus people. Ashland County is at population of 50,000. He is it before the one traffic light. Dude, we've got 2 McDonald's in town. And from my house, one is 4 miles away and one is 6 miles away. So I go to the one that's 4 miles away because it's closer. Big D has trained you well, buddy. A double quarter pounder. Scotty, where was that we went that time? We was going to go to McDonald's, but they had that building tore down. We went to the Burger King, didn't we? Yeah, Scotty and I, we went to Burger King the day I did my 500 sub live stream giveaway. We chowed down in there. Oh, they will? McDonald's will wrap their burgers in lettuce if you ask them? Well, that's cool. Was it Taco Bell? I thought it was Burger King. Either way, I'm a frequent flyer of Taco Bell. You gotta remember, Scotty, that was a long time ago. That was like last summer sometime, wasn't it? I forget. It was a while ago. Yeah, that's a lot of pickle there, YouTube watcher. Lives are fun, Andre. Stick with it, buddy. So if I go up to McDonald's and say, "Yes, I would like a Big Mac wrapped in lettuce instead of bread," they'll give it to you. What would the point of that be? Now, anyway. You probably did. Was that the one that you did the cracker challenge on? Was that live when you was doing the eat the saltine crackers? Janine, my favorite thing to do is to go to a McDonald's or any drive-through. Yeah, it was on your run. Okay. My favorite thing to do is go to McDonald's and I'll order like, the a Big Mac and then an extra double cheeseburger, a large French fry, a couple cherry pies. And then when they ask me what I want to drink, I tell them, "Oh, you better make it a Diet Coke because I'm trying to lose weight." And to hear their reaction. Right? What'll catch all the grease? Leah, you're right. The hardest thing is to give up bread on for sandwiches. But it's all mind over matter. You can grill a hamburger at home or fry it in a skillet, either one. Put it on your plate with all your lettuce, your tomatoes, your pickles, your onions. You can put ketchup and mustard on top of it. Just eat it with a fork instead of having the two slices of bread. And you can have one, you can have two. It doesn't matter. Go out and get your favorite cheese at the deli, Swiss. I prefer Swiss cheese on my hamburgers. But I can tell you this, Leah. I can tell you this. Once when I was doing that, I did not buy the processed cheese anymore. The singles, the slices. It's got the plastic wrap around it. Everything come from the deli. All my cheese come from the deli. What? You don't like Swiss cheese? Swiss is the best cheese out there, Andre. Yeah, I sent him a text this morning, Andre Wizard. He replied that he just wasn't going live. So he's still out there. He's got to be wrapped up into something. So I didn't pry, but he replied to my text this morning. Yeah, deli cheese is the best. The plastic cheese, not so good. It's the cheese wrapped up in plastic, Janine, you silly goof. Like Velveeta slices or Kraft singles. That's the cheese that I quit eating. And I don't even use a lot of it today. We'll still go up to the deli and get sliced cheese, baby Swiss, or regular Swiss. Mrs. Surf doesn't like regular Swiss, but she likes baby Swiss. I like any cheese myself, except for like Limburg cheese or blue cheese. I can't do blue cheese. Blue cheese gags me. Sharp cheddar is good. I like sharp cheddar. Yeah, the processed cheeses aren't the greatest. Oh, Closet, don't be chiming in just to say yuck on Swiss cheese. Join the conversation and be pleasant, ladylike, or zip it. Yeah, Velveeta's probably, the long bricks of Velveeta's probably not the greatest. But don't get me wrong, I've made a meatloaf before. I've made a 2-pound meatloaf before. I cut a pocket right down the middle of it and put like a half a brick of that Velveeta cheese in it, then sealed the meatloaf back up and baked it. So when the meatloaf was done and you cut into it, that Velveeta cheese just oozed and melted out of that meatloaf. Oh, it was to die for. It was the greatest meatloaf I'd ever made. Yeah, I know, lady. I know, Andre. That's why I said it like that. Janine, it was the best meatloaf I'd ever made. Closet, when I get to Missouri, I'll take you up on that. Who's the better cook? Mrs. Surf, of course. I'm a bona fide certified YouTube chef. I get anything I've ever cooked, I watch a YouTube video and try to copy it. Yeah, Janine, that was the best meatloaf. Of course, I go old school on my meatloaf. Some people like to put egg in their meatloaf. I do too. Some people don't. They say it, you don't need it, but I put egg in my meatloaf. And I'll always mix. You can mix bacon bits in your meatloaf. You can use a bag of shredded cheese, like pizza cheese, like cheddar or Colby. You can mix up shredded cheese into your meatloaf. A ketchup base is always good. And then there's always the plain Jane Lipton onion soup mix for a meatloaf. But sometime when you're making a meatloaf, Janine, get that baby in the loaf, then cut open a long cut across the top of it. Spread it open, stuff a half a brick of Velveeta cheese in that baby, sear it, close it back up. Oh, yes. Oh, so yummy. Oh, so yummy. A pepperoni in the meatloaf? I've never tried that one. That would probably be okay. Janine, trust me, sweetie, I'm not knocking Velveeta. I would much rather have mac and cheese made with Velveeta than the other kind, but I was just giving my opinions for those who are trying to lose the weight using a paleo or keto based diet, the what tos and what not tos. Right now, me, there's no food it's off limits. It's on like Donkey Kong. And some of the best mac and cheese you'll ever have is if you can make up your homemade mac and cheese like that, and instead of baking it in an oven, if you've got a smoker, go put it out in your smoker and have smoked macaroni and cheese. It is the best. Well, yeah, Closet, bacon wrapped meatloaf is the only way to have meatloaf. Bacon wrapped anything's the only way to have anything. Ooh, I just got a message. Uh-oh, that's not good. I'll definitely have to look into that one. It's a message from Google. Dun dun dun. Scotty, have you ever heard of the Old 30 barbecue that's in Bucyrus? We went and ate at the Old 30 barbecue in Bucyrus, and they had some killer macaroni and cheese, along with some of the best barbecue that I've ever had. The ribs were to die for, the pulled pork, the brisket, smoked turkey. Scotty, that place is the stinking bomb for barbecue. I mean, I get Wednesday night. Wednesday night is rib night there, so the ribs are on sale. Half rack for $8, full rack for $14. So I got the sampler platter for $15 and threw on a half rack of ribs. It was awesome. Oh, you got a family reunion coming up, Janine. Yeah, family reunions usually generate a lot of good food. Oh, Leo changed positions. He's down on the chair now. Leo, say hello. Boink. Time to get a drink. Oh, 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 oh. Man, we always get to talking about food in my chats, and now I'm hungry. I got to go raid the fridge. I think there's some cold pizza in there I could eat. Yeah, Janine, I would only go to a family reunion just for the food. Our family reunions have sizzled out to none. Has MN's notification went up yet? Is he live yet? Well, hello, Mrs. Green Thumb. Thanks for stopping in. Everyone, allow me to introduce Mrs. Green Thumb. Mrs. Green Thumb, this is everyone. Not quite everyone, but the ones that are here. The real Brooklyn's in the house. What's going on? Mrs. Green Thumb's got a great channel over there. She's like the wizard of gardening. Awesome, awesome channel. She does live chats as well. That's how I run into her. Actually, I think I picked her up from might have been Farmall Fanatics channel or Pusa Studios or one of those. But anyway, when I saw she went live one day, I stopped in to chat, and we've been chatting on a regular basis back and forth here lately. So, Mrs. Green Thumb, thank you for stopping in. Closet, you got a family reunion with the dog. And Mrs. Green Thumb is up in Canada, but she's going to be making a trip to the States. I believe she's going in the heart of Amish country in Pennsylvania to see one of her friends tomorrow. So safe travels to you and your journey. Safe travel. I know there was one thing I was going to tell you, Mrs. Green Thumb, before I left your chat. But now with me and my CRS, I can't remember what it was I was going to tell you. But it'll be all right. MN's live now? Okay. So everybody, I'm going to wrap this live stream up. The MN Treasure Hunter is going live right now. So we're all going to roll over to MN Treasure Hunter's channel and watch his live stream. He's going to be doing his contest winners giveaway from his video series the last 2 weeks. So we can roll on over there. Mrs. Green Thumb, I was going to tell you, because I don't think you saw it in your comments when we was chatting, that you said all you wanted me to do was to plant one thing to grow. Well, I'm going to plant a dill pickle chip seed and grow my own dill pickle chips. Will that count for your contest? Chef and More, thanks for stopping in. Everybody going over to MN's, I'll be there in a couple minutes. I'm just going to say hi to Mrs. Green Thumb and Chef and More for stopping in here real quick. I appreciate you guys popping in on my live stream. And it doesn't start till next... What do you mean it won't count? Wouldn't that be the bomb if I could grow my own bag of dill pickle chips, Mrs. Green Thumb? I think that would have to win something. Wouldn't it win something? Ms. Leah Love, you can't remember? If Miss Leah Love can't remember what CRS stands for, then she definitely has CRS. Yeah, that would be a miracle, wouldn't it, Mrs. Green Thumb? Oh, and Chef and More, I don't... Here, let me turn this around. This is me. This is Scratch and Surf. I just had my camera pointing away on the cats because we was watching the cats earlier today. But Miss Leah Love's CRS is can't remember stuff, but my dad uses another word for it. Kind of sounds like shh and ends with it, but you know that's what my dad calls it, CRS. So I get it naturally. I inherited it from my father. So I'm sure Mrs. Green Thumb's mom would be able to tell you. I can't wait till you put her on a live stream. I will be dying. That will be fun. Hey, Chef and More, I'm going to check out your channel. You've got a cooking channel, so I'm going to watch some of your stuff. Everything that I cook in my house, when I get the urge to cook, I watch YouTube videos to cook it. Yeah, Mrs. Green Thumb, I bet she is funny. I bet she's just a real hoot. Maybe I'll grow a tomato plant next year for your contest. That's what I'll do, because I haven't had tomato plants for a few years since I stopped growing my garden. But that's what I can do, Mrs. Green Thumb. While you're here, I will put my shoes on, and I'll take you out to the butterfly garden. And I can show you how big my garden was until I decided it got to be too much like work. But the butterfly garden's going great. For all I do is I just don't mow it. I don't mow the butterfly garden. And we got wildflowers growing in it. And the milkweed is the bonus. The milkweed's what attracts our butterflies. So right here, you can see that wood pile. So all those tall weeds right there, all the way down, at one time was a garden. And then I cut half of it off, and I was mowing that back half right there. So it would have been from here. I'll just walk you over to the path, because I mow a path so we can walk around it and through it. And I really can't. It's really sunny out here. I can't really see your chest. So once I get back, and I'll catch up on the reading. I'm just going to talk to you. So right here, I mow this path. This section right here was all sweet corn the time it was a garden. But I always started my garden from this point up through to almost where the wood pile was at. But right here, over the past 3 years, this is all milkweed right here. And this is the only place, I mean, this milkweed patch just gets bigger and bigger every year. So I am sure somewhere in here has got to be a monarch caterpillar, because the monarch butterflies have just been around this for the last couple of weeks like crazy. I just haven't had the time, because it's been so hot out here, to take the time to look. Because last year we found 2 different monarch caterpillars on here. But the only thing that bummed me out was we never saw where they made their chrysalis. So, but as you can see, we got some wildflowers in here. And then the milkweed is starting to spread down here a little bit. We got some milkweed here. And now we got some milkweed down here. But check this orange. Can you guys see this? If I can get it on camera. See that black and orange bug right there? See that black? And I'll put my finger so I can see where I'm pointing. I never seen a bug like that before, but it's cool. And then of course thistle seeds and some, looks like, I don't know, is that honeysuckle, the purple things? If you pull them out, you can taste the sweetness on them. Next year we're going to put some cone flowers down here for the butterflies. But it is full of these white butterflies you see flying around. They got the little orange butterflies. The monarchs fly around. Looks like some dragonflies are in the area right now, so that's pretty cool. But me and Mrs. Surf, we love our birds. We love butterflies. We actually got Birds of Ohio manual and Butterflies of Ohio. So right here's my wood pile. And right there's the fire ring when I do my fire chats with Surf. Gambler's in here. Gambler MN Treasure Hunter is live right now. I was getting ready to go over to his channel, but I had I had 2 new friends stop into the stream here, Mrs. Green Thumb and Chef and More. And Mrs. Green Thumb has a butterfly garden as well, so I just brought her out here to see the butterfly garden. I don't know what happened last year, Mrs. Green Thumb, but last year when all of my milkweed pods was starting to blow the seeds out naturally, I picked those pods up and I walked up and down this whole entire garden and spread all those milkweed seeds out. And the only ones it took were like 2 plants right over here. But everything from right here, this patch of milkweed right here is twice the size as what it was last year. And the bad thing about it was there was milkweed growing out here in the grass, but this is where I have to mow. I want the milkweed to go into the garden. Because the garden, it's only like 20 feet long from this end to that end. It's only 20 feet long. I'm trying to see if I can find a bigger butterfly, because all I seen was the white ones today. Maybe it's too hot right now. I was seeing the monarchs earlier up by the window. Now, just being outside this long, my phone is getting the overheating warning. It's crazy. And we have wild catnip growing. Our cats love the catnip. We have wild catnip. I'll go take them in a stalk. See if any of them want to play with it. It's hot out here. I'm going to go back in the air conditioning. Shoo! I was hoping to show you a butterfly. We had like 3 or 4 monarchs on that big cluster of milkweed the other day. It was really cool. But there's my swimming pool. There's my house. And like I said, I really can't read your guys' chats because the sun glare on my phone is ridiculous. So once I step back inside here, I can see what your comments were. Hello, kids. I got you some cocaine. Look. There you go, Tig. Get you a sniff of that. They don't really go bonkers on milk or on catnip, but it is a fun treat to give them every once in a while. He'll be checking it out. I don't know where the other guy went. Yeah, Mrs. Green Thumb, we have some coneflowers up front that Mrs. Surf wants to transplant back there. You can see out the window here. We got some flowers up front. Our front really needs thinned out. And then, of course, out there at the corner fence, I don't know if I can make it big. I guess I can. There it is. Right out there at that corner fence, you can see that birdhouse. That's full of all kinds of flowers, too, so there's a lot of butterflies in that area. But next year, we're going to transplant and put some coneflowers down in the butterfly garden. And I'm actually going to plant, like you see these sunflowers right here. Those seeds were been planted by the birds. All these sunflowers, plants that you see out here below the sunflower, the bird feeder, the birds planted these sunflowers. And some of them are getting pretty darn tall. Like that guy right there is getting really tall. I'm actually just going to take some of these black sunflower oil seeds down to the garden, and I'm going to physically dig a hole and plant them next year so we can get a bunch of sunflowers growing out there. I think that would be really cool too. So that's what we got going on there. But I really do appreciate you guys coming into the chat here. I'm going to head over to MN Treasure Hunters here in a few minutes, but I wanted to hang around to visit with you guys and thank you for stopping in. See if Callie does anything with the catnip. Sometimes they just don't go bonkers like some cats do. And then other times they have fun playing with it. Maybe she's going to waller around in it. I don't know. That we have plenty of catnip around the property. Thank you so much, Chef and More, for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely going to go to your channel, watch some of your content, see if there's anything I want to whip up for dinner one of these days. Good times, good times. Yeah, my phone got the overheated warning. And it always does this when it's really hot outside and my stream's been going long. But it never used to do this, so I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, they're just not interested in the catnip today. Of course, I don't know where Leo's at. He must be found a different hiding spot. Oh, these stupid glasses. Yeah, Gambler want to know if I was growing weed. Yes, I was growing lots of weeds. Yeah, we have 3 of them, and the newest one is a Maine Coon kitty. Mrs. Surf has always wanted a Maine Coon, so we went and we actually bought her a purebred Maine Coon kitty. And we named him Leo, and he has his own YouTube channel, Mrs. Green Thumb. His channel's called Leo the Great. It's got a picture of a Maine Coon kitty on it. Yeah, I know. I was just horsing around one day when we brought him home, and I thought, hey, there they are. You can't see them. I just had 2 monarch butterflies fly right around the window here. They was chasing each other. They are so hard to get on film. There they are. Nope. There, one was that butterfly right there is one of those black swallowtails, I think. We get a lot of those black swallowtails around here. And then there was a couple of monarchs. So they're out and about, not down in the garden right now. But it's always fun to watch the monarchs flying around down there. And actually, I can show you. You can see the road out there. I can walk down the road. That bank over there has milkweed scattered through it. And sometimes you can see the monarch caterpillars over there. But I can't walk you down there today. It's just too darn hot. So I think I'm going to let you go, my friend. I got to pop over to MN Treasure Hunter's channel and watch his live stream giveaway. You can jump over there too if you want. It's MN Treasure Hunter. And when you pull that search up, you will see a picture of like pirate stuff, coins and what have you. So you have a great day. Get to packing. Enjoy your trip. I hope when you get into Pennsylvania, you can find you some Wi-Fi to connect to. And if I'm around and see that you're live and on, I will definitely pop into your chat. So thanks for stopping in. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.